Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Wednesday. Today is the 7th day of February. It is Hug an Addict or Alcoholic Day. It's E-Day. What is E-Day, I wonder? National Fettuccine Alfredo Day. I like that, but you're not a big fan.
Not really.
So we don't have that as often as I would like. It is also National Periodic Table Day, National Send a Card to a Friend Day, Wave all of your fingers at your neighbors day, not just
all
one.
of them?
All of them.
Oh.
And it's Rose Day today as well. All of that and more. Big thank you to our friends at listofnationaldays.com. They send us so many wonderful things, so thank you guys. And I've got a guest joining me today. I'm actually excited to chat with this young lady. She's on a show on Hulu. It's called Superheat.
Okay.
And it's about people who eat like super hot peppers.
Oh, yeah.
And I think she's like a world record holder or something. But and we're going to chat with her about this coming up in a bit. Superheat. It's a Hulu original series, I think. Going to chat with them all about it coming up.
Give yourself a little credit.
I've been telling you about BetterCreditCards.com for a few years now. I'd love for you to take a few minutes today to check out the website. Who knows? You might find a better credit card, one that offers a better rate, or a credit card that offers cash back, airline miles, or other points and perks that can help you. Check it out now.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. What point are you adulting enough to finally realize that it's okay to ask for help? 27, according to a new poll. That is when you're adult enough. I said adulting enough, but adult enough. So at 27,
You know
you can
what?
ask for
I
help.
disagree with that. We still don't like to ask for help.
No,
and we're
I never do.
way beyond that age.
A survey of 2,000 adults found those between 25 and 34 are most likely to reach out to somebody to say, hey, can you help me with this? Those over 65 prefer to go it alone. So we apparently are
Okay.
more like the
well,
older
we're not,
people.
we're not over 65 yet.
Relationships were found to be the hardest thing to ask about, to ask help for. 37%. Here's the thing. If you are having financial struggles, ask somebody for help, especially the person you're having that relationship issue with. Talk about it. My wife, Heidi, and I have been married 24 years now.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
I know. And there have been times we've had some struggles, usually because she doesn't listen to me. Oh, wait. No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's me that don't listen to you. That's right. Anyway, talk about it. It makes a big difference. The other things on here, sometimes people are reluctant to ask for assistance. 51% said they like to be independent. 48% said, I don't want to bother anybody. And 23% just said, I'm just too proud to ask for help.
Yep.
Ask for help. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Insurance. It's important to have insurance, but it's more important to have the right insurance. After all, if you're not covered, it's like not even having insurance. Make sure you're covered for whatever claim might come your way with InsuranceChicken.com, helping you peck out great insurance deals in your area. You need insurance on your car anyway. Why not get great rates for great insurance from InsuranceChicken.com? That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know the average ticket price for the February 11th football game matchup between the one team and the other team? That game that we can't say its name.
Right.
The average ticket price is $9,800 according to an online marketplace. The current cheapest admission for the game was $8,188, which is more than 50% more expensive than the cheapest ticket last year when this survey was done. That makes it, of course, the most expensive football game on record.
Oh, my gosh.
So, and there are some seats that are even more expensive than that.
I just don't get it. And that doesn't even count your travel expense
And a
the
hot
hotel
dog.
rooms and a hot dog.
And another hot dog. See where my budget's going. John spent $7,000 at the concession stand. So, all right, we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. James Corden says he really misses hosting The Late Show. He really missed it when Barbie hit theaters. During an appearance on Today, he said, when the Barbie movie came out, you think, oh, I wonder what it would have been, what we would have done around that. He said we would have found some mediocre song to do about it without question. He got candid about his move from L.A. back to England, claimed the decision to leave the program had nothing to do with not enjoying the program. But he was on there a while. I know a lot of people really liked him. He was on there from 2015 through 2023.
Right.
A friend of mine was on that show during that time. He said James Corden was a really, really, really nice dude.
I bet. He looks
And-
like a nice guy.
Oh, yeah. And Kim Kardashian is set to both executive produce and star in an upcoming docuseries about Elizabeth Taylor. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Now
I
you
always-
say that.
I
could
always
see
liked
her
Elizabeth
as Elizabeth Taylor. Commissioned by the BBC, 3-part documentary. Working title is Elizabeth Taylor, Rebel Superstar. Going to take a deep dive into Elizabeth Taylor's craft and technique as an actress. So, kind of a cool thing. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
What could you do with an extra $129 a month? In this economy, every penny counts. So an extra $129 each month would absolutely help. Well, 97% of us have a cell phone, and the average person pays $144 a month. Mint Mobile can help you save a mint. At just $15 a month, that's an average savings of $129 each month. It's time for a Mintervention. Switch and save today. Get this special offer at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the scoop of the day. It comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. And this is a sad story, I think. An Amish horse and buggy were stolen from a Walmart in Michigan while they were shopping inside.
Okay.
Who would steal that? Why would you do that? Is that just an odd thing?
Yeah, that's extremely bizarre.
Can you imagine walking out? You're like,
You wouldn't think they could get away all that fast. Like, it shouldn't be hard to find.
Well, and that's the thing. They probably don't have like a GPS tracker on it or anything. So I'm like,
Wow.
I think it's really sad. I hope they get their buggy and their horse back because that I think was really, really rude. And the next story here. What a pain. It seems that due to theft, any number of products you're looking for in a store these days might be locked up behind glass.
Yeah.
Some retailers even resorted to putting toothpaste and shampoo and cosmetics under lock and key, and it can be a real hassle for customers and staff now. But some stores are testing a new way to let customers open the displays themselves using their cell phone. It's called a Freedom Case. It's essential for self-service for unlocking display cases. A touchscreen would let customers use their cell phone number in a retailer's app or a store loyalty card so they know who it is that's unlocking the display, and then you could access the locked merchandise. Shoppers would select an option on the display case and get a text message with a 4-digit code to let them open the case. Okay?
That's smart, but I find it extremely sad that it's
well,
necessary.
sad that we're in this spot right now. The system is being tested in American retailers like Kroger and Safeway and Lowe's. The manufacturer, Indyme, I think is how you would say this, Indyme. How would you say that? Indyme? I don't know. Anyway, they assured us that the customer's phone number would use solely for the access to the merchandise. Yeah, we're not going to do anything with that. They said this is going to hopefully aim to stem the approximately 20% reduction in sales that retailers are seeing because they have to lock items up. One supermarket chain said they're even using the system in their liquor department. So,
or what you could do is put tellers back at the machines.
yeah, but it's not just that. There are people that are going in the aisles and just stealing things. So, scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-310-5831. 800-310-5831. That's 800-310-5831.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with Shahina Waseem. She's in London, and we're going to chat with her about Superhot, the spicy world of pepper people. Shahina, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and thank you for having me on your show, John.
Absolutely. And you have a Guinness World Record, is that right, for eating the most Carolina Reaper peppers? Is that the, am I saying the right record here?
No, I haven't got the Guinness World Record, but I did at that time. I had 105 Carolina Reapers in one sitting, and I'm the only woman to have done that so far. And I think now people have beaten me, so there's Mike Jack, who's done, I think, 150 something.
Oh, wow.
And then some Australian guy who did 160. So there's a couple of people ahead of me now. But yes, 105 record for the women. Yeah, go women.
And I see here that pepper, the Carolina Reaper, is the Guinness World Record's hottest pepper on Earth. So that's where I saw the record. But you do a lot of competitions, and you do very well. What made you decide I am going to get into the competition of eating hot peppers? How does one make that decision?
I didn't actually make that decision. It was all accidental. I was at university. I really enjoyed hot, spicy food. And my friends used to take mickey out of me because whenever I'd go out to restaurants, I'd always have like some kind of hot sauce or some chili in my bag. I'd just like get out and like pour all over my food. And they used to laugh and joke about it and say, like, what have you got today in your bag, And they'd never try it because they try a drop and they'll be dying. So they wouldn't really attempt it. And then one of my friends discovered the chili eating competition in Kingston. This is back in 2012, quite a long time ago. And she said, I've entered you, Shahina, and we're all going to come and watch. Like 30 plus people came to watch me compete. At that time, I didn't even know what a chili eating competition was. I'd never even seen one online or live. So I had no idea. I didn't even know like all these world's hottest peppers existed, So I ended up going to this competition quite blindly. And that's when I discovered there's a format. You have the mild to the hottest in the world. At that time, I think the hottest pepper I ever had was just what you could get from the supermarkets, like the Scotch bonnet, And then it got pretty hot, There was like the ghost, the scorpion. I think it was the Trinidad scorpion, the hottest in the world. I ended up winning that competition purely out of stress because I didn't want to let my friends down. I didn't want to give up. So I kept pushing myself. And that's how it sort of came about. And I think it was about sort of my third competition when I did this at Foodies Festival in Scion Park. One of the national newspapers came along and featured me, and they started calling me the UK Chili Queen and then all that sort of stuff. So I was thinking, oh, hello, how far can I go with this? Maybe I'll set myself, because no one at that time had done 3 competitions and won them back to back. So I thought maybe I'll set myself a goal. I'll get to 10 competitions. And then when I got to 10, it came to, get to 25. And then from 25 it was 50. And now I'm almost nearing 100. I set myself this goal that I want to make 100, something no one else in the world has achieved, and it's all being recorded by the League of Fire. So League of Fire is the governing body for all these chili events, and it's quite nice. They're tracking all my records and stuff, and it's brilliant to be recognized for it.
I love that. And I'm reading here that in one of the competitions, you lost feeling in your hand because of the extreme heat. Holy cow, you take this very seriously.
Oh, gosh, yes. So the pressure is immense for me because, not only am I just taking part in a chili eating competition, I've got my record to sort of hold. I want to get to the 100 undefeated. So when I go into these competitions, I'm pretty sort of nervous because I don't want to lose, obviously, my winning streak and all that sort of stuff. So no matter what happens, I will not quit. So there are things that have happened quite sad. Like sometimes, you'll have like these great big guys next to me saying, let me win. My kids are in the crowd. And I feel so bad because I'm like my 50th win in, and I can't just let him win. I realize like I've built like this record over so many years. He must think I'm such a horrible person. And I'm like, I'm saying, sorry, I can't. I feel so awful. I'm looking at his kids and he's looking really upset with me. But I can't just let him win because I'll lose my record, So things like that happen a lot and it's quite sad. But, 100%. It's really nerve-wracking.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us about it. I'm going to watch this. It sounds very fun.
Oh, please do. I think you will love it.
Again, it's a new docu-series on Hulu, Superhot, The Spicy World of Pepper People, and you can see Shahina on that program. I'll throw a link to it. I'm going to watch a trailer right now, and I'll throw a link to that and the trailer, all of it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
I've been telling you about BetterCreditCards.com for a few years now. I'd love for you to take a few minutes today to check out the website. Who knows? You might find a better credit card, one that offers a better rate, or a credit card that offers cash back, airline miles, or other points and perks that can help you. Check it out now.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average person walks the equivalent of twice around the world in their lifetime.
Oh, wow.
I'm probably not getting as many
That's
steps
a lot.
in as I should. I should probably walk more. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Spacesuits take 5,000 hours to make, and they cost $1 million to make, and they weigh 110 pounds, and they have 11 layers of material.
Holy cow.
A lot going on there. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Karate originated in India, but it was developed further in China. So
Okay.
a lot of the time you don't think of India when you think of karate.
No, you sure don't.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In Japan, it is common to put ketchup on rice.
Ew.
Ew, indeed. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Honey is used sometimes for antifreeze mixtures and in the center of golf balls. Honey could go in there.
Oh.
Wow. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Insurance. It's important to have insurance, but it's more important to have the right insurance. After all, if you're not covered, it's like not even having insurance. Make sure you're covered for whatever claim might come your way with InsuranceChicken.com, helping you peck out great insurance deals in your area. You need insurance on your car anyway. Why not get great rates for great insurance from InsuranceChicken.com? That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. Male online daters get 19% fewer responses from women when they open an email with this word. What is it? What word is it that you don't want to hear for the first word?
I have no idea.
Howdy. If they say howdy in their message to you, 19% fewer people
Oh, in their
respond.
message. I thought you said in their email.
Well,
I was thinking an email address.
Either way.
Who would have howdy as their email address?
Somebody out there probably does. Maybe howdy doody. I don't know. All right. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
What could you do with an extra $129 a month? In this economy, every penny counts. So an extra $129 each month would absolutely help. Well, 97% of us have a cell phone, and the average person pays $144 a month. Mint Mobile can help you save a mint. At just $15 a month, that's an average savings of $129 each month. It's time for a Mintervention. Switch and save today. Get this special offer at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. We've got word of another awesome Valentine's promotion being run by an animal shelter. Homeward Bound Pet Adoption Center, Blackwood, New Jersey, has launched their Neuter Your Ex event. Woo! Fortunately, it's not quite life-altering like you might think, but for your ex, at least. Here's how it works. They're inviting people to donate $50 to the shelter to have a feral cat named after their ex, and the cat then gets neutered.
I love this
A release
promotion.
says it will be then released back to the colony as part of their Trap, Neuter, Return program. So Trap, Neuter, Return, TNR is what that is. The shelter says the idea has really taken off, no doubt helping along the promotion's tagline, because some things shouldn't breed. That's the tagline.
That's fantastic.
And they're saying, give us money, we'll name one of these after your ex.
That is fantastic. I love it.
That is weird. I have a link to it, though. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I'm going to get everybody all upset today. According to 10 expert websites, these are the best TV dramas of all time. So when you think of TV dramas, Heidi, what's the first TV show that comes to mind? Do you have one?
I really
Just
don't watch
the best
TV
of all
dramas.
time? Well, let's see if you agree, ladies and gentlemen. Shout them out so everybody knows. Okay, did you shout them out? Number 5, The West Wing. That was from 96 to 2006.
Okay.
Number 4, Game of Thrones, 2011 to 2019. Number 3, The Wire, 2002 to 2008. Number 2, Breaking Bad, 2008 to 2013. So we've got one left, and it's one that our son would probably agree with. The best TV drama of all time.
Better Call Saul?
No, The Sopranos, 1999 through 2007. And there are so many people online saying, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? And I'm like, hey, it's not up to me.
It's not my list.
I'm not even one of the 10 experts, so I'm just here. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-310-5831. 800-310-5831. That's 800-310-5831.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Robert Benchley, who says, "A dog teaches a boy fidelity, perseverance, and to turn around 3 times before lying down." It's cute that pets do that.
It is.
I don't do that, though. And I don't.
I would hope
I don't
not.
really need to. My pets never taught me that. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It's great news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. From Florida, a bus driver, well, I guess I'll read this here. Right place at the right time. Unrelated incidents help bus driver save child from choking. So what a cool story. A bus driver in Florida showered with praise for her quick thinking and heroic actions that saved the life of a 3rd grader who was choking on a piece of candy. Who did I instantly think of, Heidi?
Me.
Yes. How many times have you saved somebody from
3.
choking? People choking on, and it was usually candy, wasn't it?
Yeah, our son.
Our son, was it Werther's Originals?
My nephew was a donut.
Our son was choking twice, wasn't it, on Werther's Originals?
Yeah.
And he was like 7. He was the oldest 7-year-old ever, by the way. All right. The incident unfolded during an afternoon bus ride when Marilyn Lopez, responsible for the safety of the young passengers, noticed a disturbance at the back of the bus. Acting promptly, she resolved the unrelated disruption efficiently. However, as she was making her way back to her seat, she noticed a 3rd grader in distress. According to Lopez, his face was turning a worrying shade of purple.
Yikes.
A clear sign that he was choking. Without hesitation and captured by surveillance footage, Lopez sprang into action, performing the Heimlich maneuver to dislodge the obstruction from the boy's throat. In an interview, Lopez humbly shared that she didn't have time to process the gravity of the situation. Instead, her motherly instincts just took over. The grateful 3rd grader is now safe and sound and had a heartfelt message for the bus driver. Thank you for saving my life.
Aww.
I've got a link to a video, and I've got a link to some photos.
Scary situation.
Yeah. I've got a link to all the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Here's something that I would have to say is a super important thing to learn. If you don't know how to do the Heimlich maneuver, I would learn to do that. Mm-hmm. That is something that could save the life of a family member.
Yeah.
It could save the life of a dear friend. It could save the life of
a
stranger, but it could save a life. And it's a good thing to know. So, Heidi, hats off to you for being a hero all the time. And this bus driver who was just
all the
copying
time.
Heidi.
Just wear a cape.
Yeah. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show.